Johnny the 5'8" here. Today, we are going to be giving an album review on Dr. Dre The Chronic. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with the top songs from Dr. Dre The Chronic. We got Fucking with Dre Day, Nothing But a G Thing, Bitches Ain't Shit, Bitches Ain't Shit, Stranded on Death Row, which I gave Fucking with Dre Day 9 out of 10, Nothing But a G Thing 10 out of 10, Bitches Ain't Shit 9 out of 10, and Stranded on Death Row 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the positives from The Chronic. Here we go. Positives, some good tracks, good beats, and variety. There's plenty of variety on this album, as Snoop Dogg is also on it with Dr. Dre, and then there's some low-level Death Row signees at the time that are on it as well. So there are some variety on this track. Negatives, there are bad tracks and mid tracks on here that I just really wasn't vibing with and really didn't like. Some examples with that would be songs like The Day the N-Words Took Over. That song I didn't really like. I gave that a 1 out of 10. Another song I didn't really like too much was High Powered. It was slow, really slow to start. Like, it had a bunch of talking in the beginning for damn near over a minute. And then when it started, it was very bad lyrics and just offbeat. And I mean, like, the lyrics are just terrible sounding. And it just sounded really offbeat. So I gave it a 1 out of 10. And I gave The Day the N-Word Took Over 1 out of 10 as well. So, yeah. So, overall rating of The Chronic, I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. That is the overall rating of The Chronic. So yeah, the album has a few good tracks on it, but it's not an album that is it's not a good album it's not a good to great album by any means. It's a decent album, but it's not anything good or great, nothing to cry home about. Dr. Dre is a decent rapper. He's not anything great. He's decent. So I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. Few tracks that are really good on there that I liked, but honestly, there's not a lot I would come back to and really listen to on this album. So I gave it a 6.9 out of 10 for the few tracks I did like on this album that were really good, and some of the ones that were decent enough to where it was like, all right, I could vibe with them. I gave it a 6.9 out of 10. All right, thank you all for watching. Peace.